The topic is the 32,000 employees of DOT, more or less. Bakit ho kailangan ito? Doon ho sa tinatawag na special or emergency power, doon sa 32,000 employees, sa aming hong repaso, 10,000 ho yung may JO, yung job order. 10,000 ho yung may contract of services. Ibig sabihin, ma'am, hindi ho regular. At ang average ho nito, lumalagpas ng 2 years. May polisiya ho ang ating gobyerno na kung saan sinabi, ENDO, no contractualization. Pinag-aaralan ho namin to. May epekto ho ito when we discharge our responsibilities because you need manpower and number of heads. Ito ho yung isang estado. Yung pangalawang estado na gusto kong sabihin ay doon sa land sector. Ano ho meron sa land sector? In the interest of time, you will see the area there na kung saan nakapalipot at nakapaikot yung tinatawag na radial at circumferential road. Liliwanagin ko lang ho. Bibigyan tugon at pansin ko yung sinabi ni Senator Drilon. Ang Department of Transportation ho, as of this hour, as of this moment in time, walang kinalaman sa tinatawag na traffic management. Ang may kinalaman no, sa traffic management, yung silbato ng pulis sa traffic ay ang MMDA at ang LGU. The reason why I said this is, ito ho yung tinatahak ng mga sasakyan, yung mga nabanggit ni Madam Chair kanina, na yung mga iba't ibang uri ng mga sasakyan dito. May tren, late. May aeroplano, late. May Uber, naipit sa traffic. Nakapastel ho doon, in the interest of time, I will not go in detail as to the mode of transportation. Dito ho, makikita nyo, ito na yung sinasabi, yung traffic. In fact, nabansagan ng Republika ng Pilipinas ang Metro Manila, the worst traffic on earth. Ito ho, realidad. Tama kayo, hindi na natin dapat pag-usapan yan. Ipaparepaso natin yan, ilagay lang natin sa ating isipan. Nasabi ng ating chairman, nasabi ni Senator Drilon na may experience siya na 11 hours papunta sa Tagaytay, sa Baguio. Merong experience din si Senator Ejercito. Ako rin ho, na-experience ko nung ako'y nagtatrabaho sa Clark, na kung saan umuwi ko araw-araw sa Ayala, Alabang. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. Na-traffic ko ako 8 hours, ma'am. Pauwi pa lang at night dahil ho dun sa palengke. So I share in your woes and miseries. And every one of us, as rightfully said, every one of us has experienced this woe and misery. Ano ho yung epekto nito sa ekonomiya? Meron hong JICA study noong 2014 na kung saan sinasabi, ang nawawala sa atin araw-araw at 2.4 billion pesos a day. Pag tinignan mo at 2016 timeframe, nandoon na ho yan sa 3 billion. On top of that, cut that with medical expenses, which according to the study by the World Bank, is amounting to $400 million yung bang health expenses related to pollution and to traffic. Ayun ho yung gastusin. Ma'am, kung hindi ho ito krisis, ano yung krisis? Makikita nyo ho dyan yung travel time. Importante ho yung dato na to. I will not go into the details. But let it be said that this study done by JICA shows that in Metro Manila, okay, ang average kuan mo is 95.1 minutes. Almost 2 hours, ma'am. Isambot mo dyan yung EDSA. Yung present number namin ngayon na dapat i-validate. Para mag-travel ka sa EDSA from Rojas Boulevard papunta sa Balintawak Market, the average, ma'am, is 1 hour and a half. A little bit more. Okay? Ito ho, pag private cars. Pag bus ho, gawin mong 2 hours and a half yan. Ayan ho, yung tinutukoy at linalakbayan natin itong mga kapanahunan na to. Another data which I would like to call your attention to, ito na yung nabanggit ko, can you, the aviation sector. tama ho, hindi lang traffic sa lupa, may traffic din ho sa itaas. Yung traffic sa itaas sa aviation sector constitute 3 phases. Number 1 is when you enter the airport. Ibig sabihin, yung traffic papunta sa airport, sa bukana ng airport, na kung saan ang ating mga pasahero, kagaya natin, mahilig tayong may kasamang barkada, baranggayan, at mahilig tayong mag-travel na tinatawag na we travel heavy. Nakakaroon ng traffic yan. Pag pumasok ka at nag-check-in, pumunta ka sa immigration, may traffic ko yan. Bago ka sumakay, may traffic. Nakasakay ka na, bago ka umalis, may traffic. Okay? Lahat ho, dyan ho, mapakikita nyo kung ano yung mga airports na meron tayo. Makikita nyo rin dyan na kung saan meron tayo mga airport na night rated. Ano ho yung ibig sabihin nun? Airport na pwedeng mag-operate maski na gabi on 24 hours. Importante ho na malaman ito because if you want to decongest NAIA, you have to give the capabilities to our airports in the provinces to be able to fly even in the middle of the night so that you expand the uses of NAIA. Makikita niyo ho sa isang slide kung saan merong mga airport na night rated, kung saan dito sa kapanahonang ito gagawin namin mga airport night rated. Importante ho itong impormasyon na ito. At this point, papaalalanan ko lang ho, yung mga detalye kung anong gagawin para addressin itong mga issues na ito as requested in the letter, a-addressin ho ng mga individual attached agencies and the attached sector. I am just saying the generic environment at this time.
Madam Chair,
Binay.
pwede for clarification lang ho, can the Secretary explain what is an international airport, what is a principal class 1 airport, and kung ano ho yung principal class 2 airport, pati ho yung community airport.
Apa.
I mean, kung ano yung diferensya nila sa isa't isa.
Nandoon ho, kung titignan po natin, ma'am, yung 11 International Airport, ito ho, 4 dito, nandito sa Manila, sa Luzon. NAIA, Lawag, Clark, isa pa, Subic. Ito ho, tandaan nyo yung Subic hindi gumagalaw. Yung principal class 1, ito ho yung mga aircraft na jet aircrafts of at least 100 seats.
For ano mga airport?
Meron ho mga airport dyan. Can you flash on the screen? Hindi daw ho nila makuha. Sasabihin ko na lang ho. Saan dito? Class 1 will be Butuan, Lagindingan, Bacolod, Cotabato, Tacloban, Dipolog, Dumaguete, Legazpi, Naga, Pagadian, Rojas, San Jose, Tacbilaran, Tuguegarao. We will be copy furnishing with the approval of the chairman will be copy furnishing all the members of the committee with hard copies of this so that you will be guided on your for your appreciation of the data sheet.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Salamat mo, ma'am.
Go ahead, Secretary.
Bibigyan din ho namin kayo ng cluster na mga airport na ide-develop this year hanggang next year. I-improve kasama ho dyan yung ibibid pa ho ito sa PPP. Kasama dyan yung Davao, yung Bohol, yung Lagindingan, Iloilo, and Bacolod. Isasama ho natin in the second year yung mga ibang airport na kagaya ng Bukidnon, you know. Meron na hong budget yan. Bibigyan ho namin kayo ng complete list para malalaman nyo sapat na ba yung air positioning natin o hindi. Ibibigay po namin yan. And so, the basic problems here as aptly explained during the introductory remarks of Senator Chairman, Madam Chair, and Vice Chairman Ejercito. Ang problema ho, delayed flights, overcrowded airport terminals. Let me say at this point, let me translate the meaning of delayed flight. Of course, these numbers will have to be validated. Bagong dating po kami, 32 days pa lang. Average take-off delay is 30 minutes. Ibig sabihin, out Manila, 30 minutes. We will have to study that yet. Ang maganda ho, yung papasok sa Maynila. Kasama na ho yung hindi kayo makalipad sa pinanggalingan nyo kasi sasabihin nila may problema sa Maynila Terminal. Kasama rin ho yung tinatawag na encircling kasi may nangyari. Ma'am, 2 hours. Yes, sir. Grabe ho. Talagang grabe ho. Mamaya ho, papakita namin kung paano sa aming munting mundo aadresin namin yung mga delays na yan. Kasama ho yung encircling na minsan, sasabihin sa aeroplano, we cannot yet land, mga ganyan-ganyan. Pero in reality, either may problema sa terminal o walang slot. Yung landing slot. Yung delay naman ho, naka-slot ka na, hindi ka naman lumilipad, so lahat na de-delay. So may mga estado dyan na dapat yung hindi lumipad, lagay mo ulit sa huli para makalipad yung mga tipo hong ganyan. A-addressan ito by way, yung mga congestion, by way of process, by way of procedure, by way of infrastructure, by way of equipments na kung saan rin-require ng mga international organizations na dapat matagal nang nandiyan sa airport. Flash on the screen are just showing you the kind of overcrowding we have. Just to make sure that the pictures we present is not in any way bested or tainted with interest, kinuha ho namin yung mga picture na lumalabas sa dyaryo. So, nandiyan ho, pinapakita namin. At tignan nyo ho yung sample ng mga kubeta. Ito ho yung mga estado natin ngayon sa mga paliparan. Hindi ko pa ho linalagay dyan yung mga kubeta sa mga seaports, yung mga kubeta sa rails. Pag kung ilalagay ko dyan, ito baka mas okay ito, ma'am. The rail sector, ito ho, anyway, i-explain ho yan mamaya para wala nang repeat. Papakita ho sa inyo yung speed, yung trend, yung coaches, yung speed, yung headway, lahat ho ipapakita yan. May delay ho, but I call your attention to one thing. On the right column, these are the incidents of unloading for 2015. Makikita nyo kung gaano ang highest pointer, yung MRT 3. 35 incidents of unloading. There are 12 months in a year. In other words, for every month, 3 unloading. Mamaya ho, i-explain din ho namin sa inyo yan. I call your attention to the other column, to the left. Tignan nyo ho yung utilization. Wala ho dyan more than 85% utilization of existing capacity. So that the problem na walang masakyan, yung mabagal ang headway, nandiyan ho. Mamaya ho, susolusyonan ho natin yan. And again, the long lines of queuing, umaabot ka sa kalsada, nababasa yung mga tao, umuulan. Ngayon pa lang, sasabihin ko na ibang solusyon ho dito, yung common sense na lang eh. Kaya ho, ma'am, umahaba yung pila dyan kasi isa yung lugar na pinagbibilihan mo ng ticket. Kami ho, nakipag-usap na sa mga mall, sa mga establishmento. Meron na hong 75 na pumayag na kung saan magbebenta muna ng ticket, mano-mano lang ho muna. At least, hindi na makakarambola sa isang lugar. So, lahat ho yan ina-address. You can see the jump pack trains. Again, this is not our pictures. These are the pictures of media para we will not be accused of calibrating feeling or, may bested yung retrato. Galing ho sa media to. Unsafe conditions, totoo ho yan. Pag nag-breakdown, minsan bumababa na lang sila sa rails. Malungkot. Nakita ko ho mismo yan one time nung nagbabaan sa rails. We will also give you some solutions there, ma'am. Solutions that can range from 100 days, more than 100 days but less than 2 years, and a longer period. Okay, this is the generic presentation of the transportation sector. Hindi ho namin sinama dyan yung C. Kasi ma'am, wala ho dun sa sulat. Kaya sabi ko, yung C nandito rin, kung kinakailangan, ipipresenta namin. Pero sa sulat lang ho, is road, rail, and airport. Hindi ko ho kinakaligtahan yung C. Sinusundan ko lang po yung sulat. Having said this, ma'am, and having presented the general overview, with the approval of the chair, may I now yield the floor to the sector undersecretary to make a detailed presentation of what the generic outline seek to say.
Madam Chair,
Senator Drilon.
before we recognize the undersecretaries or the one basically in charge of each sector, we appreciate the presentation of Secretary Tugadi. And what we note, and this is really good because you have pointed out to the Senate what are the issues that can be addressed through executive action. Yung kayo lang po, o yung with innovation, etc. I would like to hear from our resource persons before he passes it on to his staff. What are the policy issues that we must address in this Emergency Powers Act in order to assist your department in hastening the executive solutions that you have proposed? Because we are here trying to craft an Emergency Powers Act. We do appreciate that you have presented to us what are the problems and the proposed solutions per sector. But that, again, may involve executive action, which really would not go into the crafting of the emergency powers that we all find necessary. In fact, I authored the first one. So this is, with your permission, Madam Chair, I would like to raise this procedural issue to the Secretary.
Let me address that now.
Okay.
Actually, there are details in each sectoral presentation that will touch on the emergency power. I agree, sir, that many, if not most, of what I have said are calling for executive action. Okay? Again, by way of generic presentation, yung mga details so sasabihin nila mamaya. Una ho, kailangan natin ng synchronized traffic system. Alalahanin nyo ho na yung traffic management dito, kaya sinabi ko kanina, ay tangan po ng MMDA, yung mga circumferential at radial road, ay tangan po ng local government. Kung nakakapansin ho kayo ng konting kaluwagan ngayon sa mga radial at circumferential road kagaya ng EDSA, tutumbok at masasaktan kayo pag lumiko sa kaliwa o lumiko sa kanan pagkat wala nang say po ang MMDA doon. Ang may say ho doon is local government. What do we need is a synchronized, uniform traffic system, traffic structure, traffic rules with one single traffic authority.
In other words, Madam Chair, the Secretary would want to see in the proposed Transportation Crisis Act a single authority to manage the traffic system in Metro Manila.
Tama po, sir.
Now, so that is the kind of policy issues that we would like to hear from the Secretary, because as we all know, as I said in my opening statement, one of the things that I found is the numerous authorities trying to govern
Tama
our
po kayo
traffic
doon, sir.
system, and it has created a mess. So the first issue that you would want the Senate to address or the Congress to address is to provide for a single authority to manage the traffic, at least for the period of emergency. Is that
Yes, sir.
correct?
2 years, sir.
Well, we can even say 3 years, Madam Chair, because under the Constitution, the emergency powers can last for the duration of Congress, of this Congress. So it can even be for 3 years, and we were willing to grant this. This is the limit. Now, so any other, I would like to hear from the Secretary, issues like what you just mentioned.
Yes,
a
sir.
single traffic management authority.
Pangalawa ho,
Opo.
yung samot-sari na licensing na nandito ngayon. May licensing authority po ang DOT through LTO saka LTFRB sa prangkisa. Meron hong authority rin ang MMDA. Yung mga tricycle at mga ano ba yun? Yung mga tricycle, kung ho yun, barangay level yun. You know? So,
Yes.
LTO.
LGUs.
Yung mga LGU. So, sir, kailangan kumpasan ng maayos yun eh.
I agree. These are the so yes. So the second policy issue is the multi-authority. I mean, the numerous authorities managing the same situation. And I
Kung
agree.
meron na hong authority, pumunta tayo sa lupa. Yung mga lupang dinadaanan. Traffic ho lahat yan, pag circumferential at radial, national government. Pag local roads, local government. Pag hindi nag-cooperate yung local, tapos yung radial. Pag nasolve mo yung radial at may basketball tournament ka sa isang barangay road, tapos ang ngalangala. So, kailangan ho, yung usage ng road, ng passage, kailangan din iisa ang kumukumpas.
So are you saying, Mr. Secretary, that at least for the period of emergency, we should suspend the powers of the local government units insofar as management of the traffic is concerned, at least in Metro Manila and in urban areas where there is a crisis, so that there is only one single authority? Is that what you're
Parang ganun na ho, sir.
Yeah. No, huwag ka matakot. Sabihin
Yes, sir.
mo kung anong kailangan natin. These
Yes,
are
sir.
the kind of policy issues that we would want to address. Now, what about procurement?
Punta ho muna tayo sa kalsada, sir.
Oh, sige.
Kasi
Okay.
sa kalsada, sabi nila, sobra-sobra na yung sasakyan. Para addressin mo yung sobra-sobra sasakyan, either bawasan mo yung sasakyan, magpatayo ka ng kalsada, o gumamit ka ng kalsada ng iba. Ito ho yung mga privately owned. Yung privately owned, kagaya ng subdivision A, subdivision B. Ayaw kong sabihin yung pangalan. Di ba? Yung mga ganyan, makikiran ho. Hindi naman makikiran tayo habang buhay or for the entire 24 hours.
Presently, who authorizes the entry or the use of subdivision roads for traffic?
Yung subdivision owner ho, yung association,
okay, subdivision owner na.
homeowners po.
Okay, so again, that's an area where you want to...
Ngayon ho, nakikiusap naman ako sa iba. Yung iba okay, yung iba may mga kondisyones. But let it be said right here and now that our choices for private roads will not be arbitrary or whimsical. Number two, that we will not compromise the safety of the subdivision. The security mechanism shall be in place, and if need be, the security expense will be borne by government. The road maintenance, hindi naman tayo pwedeng dumaan lang ng dumaan dyan, sir. May gastos yung road maintenance. Hindi ko naman hingin kagad dyan. Pwede hong pag-usapan yon. Ang higit sa lahat, yung gamit ho, hindi 24 hours. I-define natin yung peak moment in time na kung saan
So
dadaan
who
dyan.
would have that authority now?
Wala ho, sir.
No. Now in the proposed emergency powers, you would want to locate that authority somewhere. Who would want that
Doon ho
authority?
sa basta isang departamento. Pwedeng MMDA, pwedeng...
No. You must be specific, because as you said, a single
Sa amin,
traffic
no, sir, sa
authority.
DOT.
Ha?
DOT daw, sir. DOT, sir.
DOT.
Yes,
You
sir.
would want to locate that authority with the DOT.
Sana ho, para kukumpas.
No. I'm aware.
Sa traffic lang ho,
That's why you're a resource person
hindi
here.
yung buong pangkalahatan ng
There's
MMDA.
actually there are people suggesting that perhaps, Secretary, you should really be the one in charge of the traffic.
Why
So if
why
it's
doesn't the
in
secretary
DOT,
become
because-
Madam Chair, pursuing that point? Why doesn't the secretary become the MMDA chairman?
I mean, both. I mean, let's not
Both,
demote
in a
the
concurrent
Secretary.
capacity. In a
But-
concurrent capacity, So you would have full control.
Of the emergency powers.
Yeah.
Sa traffic ho.
Ha?
Sa traffic. Wag na yung 17 mayors. Sabi mo kanina, yung 17 mayors. Mahirap.
Eh, ganun talaga ang sitwasyon natin. Ano magagawa natin?
But that's also one of the conditions that we would want to have one point person who's really in charge
That's correct.
in
That-
implementing the emergency powers.
That's
That
Chair.
is why
Madam Chair.
the Transportation Secretary can concurrently be the MMDA chairman. Now, anyway, that's a policy issue again that we would like to examine.
Chair.
Hindi naman
What-
tayo nagde-decide na dito.
Hindi pa po. No,
Pero,
no,
pero we're
that's-
note-taking already.
Any
so
other
that-
issue which you would want to have addressed in the transportation?
Yes, sir. Terminal.
Oh,
Madahilihong sabihin, ma'am, ang solusyon, tow truck at police. Para lang sa kaalaman ng Committee on Public Service, ang total terminal ho sa EDSA, sa EDSA lang, ilan mo? Ha? 27 terminals. Ha? Ha? And then, EDSA
So,
Pasay is 14.
we can say in the Emergency Power Act, effective X number of months, there will be no more terminals in
dapat
EDSA.
ho.
So that wala na kailangan mag-decide pa ang...
Dalawang bagay ang
Oh.
dapat tugunan ho. Una, dapat may just compensation. Hindi ba tayo confiscatory?
Hindi nga. No, no.
Pangalawa ho,
Oh.
maglalagay ka ng remedyo na kung saan bibigyan mo sila ng alternatibong magkaroon ng tinatawag na common stations yung mga sasakyan. Kasi kung wala kong mga terminal yan, magkakaletse-letse lalo yan. Kaya dapat paplanuhan din
Yeah.
yung common station
Yeah, okay.
sa north saka sa south.
All right. What about on the procurement?
On the procurement, alam ho natin yan at naratnang ko yan na kung saan magkakaroon ka ng bibili ng mga bagay-bagay, tinatawag ho ma'am, bidding.
So,
Bidding, sir.
bidding.
Yung procurement. Yung procurement, limited ka sa 500,000 yung bidding sa mataas na amount. Pumunta ho tayo sa mataas na amount. Doon sa mataas na amount, dito ho, pag bidding, pag may nanalo, may natalo. Yung nanalo, magpapalakpak yun. Sandali lang yun. Kakasuhan nung natalo yun.
O kaya nga, dapat walang TRO.
Dapat ho, walang TRO,
Oh, yan,
TRO
yan.
dyan. Ganon din ho yung procurement, yung bidding. Yung issue ng right of way, you know, naku, sasabihin ho natin, luwagan ang riles. 3,000 lang nandiyan sa right of way. Paano ho natin maiibsan at paano ho natin masusolusyonan yon? Kailangan natin tulong-tulong.
Sure.
So there will have to be issues, sir, on injunction, on procurement, on bidding, on right of way.
And resettlement, Madam
and
Chairman.
resettlement.
I would like to acknowledge the presence of Senator Dick Gordon as well as Senators Angara.
Thank you very much.
And, thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. That's all that I have for the Chair. Thank you very much.
Senator Drilon, and also our majority leader,